Hey guys, welcome back to Faith for Keto Kitchen, where we make keto delicious. So today we're making one of those homey type meals, something that my daughter absolutely loves and my family enjoys. It is meatloaf. So it'll be a simple meatloaf. I'm going to do it so that we have individual little meatloaf patties so that you can have it portion size, because we're all about portion control. Plus it's nice and handy when you can take some to work with you as well, or actually just eat it on the keto diet where you know that all the macros are managed. So let's get started. What you'll need is some ground beef. So I do the like 73 or 80%, all depends, but you want to get the meatloaf with more fattiness in it, because on the keto diet you want that fat. So get the 80%. I think, what is it? I think I got, hold on, let me go peek at my notes, because I know I got 27%. And this right here is about 2.5 pounds of ground beef. We have 1 egg, and I beat the egg in advance because you don't want to over mix your meatloaf, because then it won't be tender, it won't be unctuous, I like to say. Then we have 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, so to give it more moisture in that meatloaf. We also are going to use 2 tablespoons of no sugar. I like to use this Heinz ketchup. It has a little bit of sucralose in it, but that's okay. It won't affect your blood sugar level, so it'll be pretty good. So generally most meatloaves, of course, we know we put bread in the meatloaf for breadcrumbs, because that also helps absorb some of the moisture, make it nice and tender. But since we're on keto, we don't eat regular bread. So a little handy trick that I do is when I make my biscuits or keto bread, I actually save some on the side, or I'll put it in the freezer, and I use it for things like the meatloaf, you know, so that it gets that, it's a substitute basically for the bread. This right here is one of our cheddar biscuits, and what I did was I took it and I crumbled it up really well. See that? Really, really good. And I'm going to substitute that for our breadcrumbs. Since it's already seasoned, it had eggs in it and some herbs in there, it'll be really good. So to add a little bit more flavor to that meatloaf. All right, and the last thing we'll be using are some spices. So we're going to do about 1/4 teaspoon of the black pepper, a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, about I like 1 teaspoon of the onion powder, because it makes it more flavorful, and I like a little bit of an oniony kind of meatloaf. And we're going to do 1 teaspoon of regular salt, or sea salt is good for you. You can also use Himalayan salt if you like. I like to add, for per pound of meat, you do about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. That's kind of a good ratio. You don't want to over season it, but it gives enough flavor. All right, so let's get all these things mixed up in the bowl. Super easy, simple. Got your meat going. So what you're gonna do is just add your seasonings in there. Get that all evenly mixed up in there. Distribute that in there. Stir that up a little bit to get it tossed around really well, as you would do any meatloaf. So let me know if you guys have grown up eating meatloaf. I've had meatloaf since I was a kid. I make it for my family a lot. You know, it's easy, super convenient, easy. You know, we make with the leftovers meatloaf sandwiches and stuff like that. You know, so tasty. And it's just very like homey, you know. What will be really good with this, guys, is to make our cauliflower mash. That's on the website. So tasty. I made that cauliflower mash really thick and rich because, you know, sometimes I know when I made cauliflower mash in the past, it was a little bit watery and it didn't taste as like, because you're trying to make it taste like potatoes, you know. So what I did with that was drain it really well and press out all the moisture. So that's a really good trick if you're going to do a cauliflower mash. So yeah, so that will pair up really nice with it. And we also have some sauteed asparagus on the website as well. So put the egg in there. You don't want to overmix too much, but you want everything to be evenly distributed. Get that egg in there. Get your breadcrumbs in there. And let's do our ketchup. This ketchup is really handy since, you know, a lot of times certain condiments we can't really have. Mostly we can have like mustard and stuff like that because it doesn't have sugar in it. But it's nice to be able to find a ketchup that you can actually use on keto. Alright, we got a 2 in there. So let's get this nice and evenly distributed. I do do love me some meatloaf though. It's so handy, I tell you. And kids love it too, you know, because it's almost, you know, it's almost like having a hamburger, but more rich flavors in there. This was always my favorite, my daughter's favorite thing to eat. She just, I mean, when I make meatloaf, she's happy. We put a little bit of ketchup on it in the end, but today we're going to do these individual ones. So now I'm going to get my hands in there, so because you know in the kitchen you got to get your hands dirty some too. And we're going to mix it, take it, and you're going to turn it like that, and just kind of give it a good fold in, because you don't want to, like I said, over mix your meatloaf, because you don't want a tough meatloaf. You want it to be good and tender. Get that in there like that. So fold it over. That should be just about enough. You know, some meatloafs, this one right here is going to be all ground beef, but some meatloafs you can add like Italian, ground Italian sauces to it. You can add even some lamb to it, you know. Then you can blend meats, but I just like to do straight up beef. All right, guys. Okay, that looks like it's about well incorporated. All right. So what we're going to do? Get that to the side. All right. What we're going to do is take a muffin pan, 12 count muffin tin. Sometimes I'll use the silicone one, but for this recipe, I like to use the tin, you know, the metal, because it'll make the meatloaf really like, kind of like around all the edges. You know when you want the edges of something because it's really crunchy around the edges and stuff? This will make the whole thing nice and a little bit crisp on the outside and the top. So we're going to use the tin instead because it crisps up well. You know I love to use my ice cream scoop. Yes, yes. I love to use the ice cream scoop because it just makes things easier. You can portion control much better. So let's see how many meatloaves we'll get out of this. So we're going to do a scoop in each one. So this way it's even. You can count your mac if you're on keto. This recipe, you know, it's a normal recipe and it's also keto. But if you're on the ketogenic diet, you like portion control, especially if you're trying to do it for weight loss. So you want to be able to portion it out and then have your macros even so that you can eat without feeling bad or feeling like you're overate or just being off, you know. At least for me that works. So just get your ice cream scoop, kind of like almost pack it in and put portions in there. And you may have a little bit over. Oops, get in there. But we can always add to. So if you guys like meatloaf, you'll really love this one. It comes out really tender. And since it's portion control, you can take it to work with you, pack it up in your lunchbox, take it to work with you, easy. Pack up, you know, if you're packing up for your husband, or I don't know if your kids, you know, take lunch. A lot of kids eat lunch at school now, but yeah, super simple, super easy. Okay, so we have a little bit left over, so we're gonna add a little bit to each one of the cups. There you go. Try to do it as even as possible. That's why I like the ice cream scoop, because you can get even distribution in each cup. This is really going to be good. I'm definitely going to make some cauliflower mash tonight. This is going to be our dinner for tonight. I know my daughter, she's filming this, so she's definitely going to take a bunch of it home with her because she loves her some meatloaf, which is yummy. So once you get them all in there, try to make it as even as possible. I'm trying to do, there you go. Press it in, not too much because you want it to be tender, but press it in a bit like that. It should not stick, because if you just want a non-stick muffin tin, let's see, I want to make sure everything is even first. Because you can always pull from one of the sides and put them in the other little cup. There you go. Just get that all pressed in. It's gonna be good. Nice, good, easy dinner. And then you can actually take these once they're done and cool. You can actually freeze them. So they're a good thing, so that you can always pop them out of the freezer when you don't feel like cooking. Pop them out the freezer, put it in the microwave, and cook it up. Just reheat it. So yeah, all right guys, let's see. That's about even. It doesn't have to be super pretty. You know, you just try, the whole thing is it's effective and it's delicious. So that's the key. So all right guys, so we got those all in. nice and even. Okay, so what we're going to do is put them in the oh, sorry, if I hadn't said, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Then we're going to pop them in the oven, not the microwave, the oven, for about 20 to 25 minutes. Check on them around that time, and then we'll go from there. If you need to add a few more minutes, I'll let you know once we get back how long it took for them to cook. So I'll see you in a second. All right, guys, we're back, and the meatloaf is done. So what I did was I let it cook for about 25 minutes to get fully cooked. It won't take as long because it's not a whole meatloaf, they're individually. And I took it out, I put about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of a little bit of ketchup on there because that's how my kids liked it, and it gives it a little bit of more flavor. So we're gonna try one right now. I've been eyeballing this one, so I'm gonna try this one. Take it out, and it'll be a little bit of juicy at the bottom because you want it to be, you know, well, nice and moist and juicy. And this is what it looks like. Little burger. So cute. Little individual ones. I like them like this. You can eat like 2 of them if you want, or you can eat them all if you like. But we're going to give this one a try. See, it's nice and tender. Ooh, yeah. That looks really good, guys. It's nice and moist. I love it like this, so just want to try. Yum. That's really good. It's moist, nice and meaty, and it's not dry, and that's the best part. And sometimes people don't like meatloaf because they say it's so dry. Give this one a try. It's really delicious. I think your kids will love it, and it's handy and small, you know. So be sure to make that cauliflower mash. That's on the website, faithforketokitchen.com. Anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap this one up. And if you like this video, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that little bell thingy so you can get notifications every time I upload a video. And give it a thumbs up. Encourage me. Come on. You guys got to make this one. So we'll see you next time on Faithful Keto Kitchen. I love you guys. Have an amazing, blessed day. Bye.